What'd you say, Kim?
And you know I will talk until it comes back.
No, you are.
What I want to say to you all is I had an opportunity to travel to Bloomington, Delaware. And we were traveling to a conference, and we went from beautiful streets to the block. Say if we were driving down Summer Street, lovely, no crime scene, and we made it to South Street, Projects. You could see the line of demarcation. Literally, I was driving with ministers. I was with money, leadership that actually sow into those communities. So if you want to create leaders, you got to actually realize and recognize where the line of demarcation is within your city, and you got to go past that and get into the dirt. Because we got lost and we had a tom-tom, and everybody in the car was like, I was in a car with a whole bunch of people that had money, and they looked just like us. Okay, and they was even saying lock the doors. Ooh, click the lock. I said, I serve a God that I know got me covered. And I'm ready to get out and ask that lady why she's standing there scratching like she is, because she needs help. And I want to ask her how come she only looked like she looked, because you got to recognize the line of demarcation in your community. And you got to find out how you can go from a really, really beautiful area to a really, really, really funky place and find out why it's so funky. Because there were some dead areas, but there was a whole lot of people that were alive and they looked like they were zombies, but there was a line of demarcation. We got to start walking into those lines of demarcation. And when you notice, you go from trees and beautiful landscape and greenery, and then you come into this area here, and there is no trees. Who's going to come outside and be nothing but frustrated, as we have right here? Who's going to not be frustrated because they don't own a front yard and all they see is no shade? They're burning up in the heat. They're left out here. That's why the line of demarcation is important. Why do you not see any flowers out here growing? Because there's no hope. There's nobody watering flowers.
My God.
Okay, so pay attention to the things you see. Why do you see downtrodden grass? Because somebody is beating a path through this, making something happen for themselves every day. Nobody is out here cutting it, but the manager of this building, he don't care if there's patches of mud and grass. Hold them accountable. Find out where your line of demarcation is in your neighborhood. When you walk down the street, you know who keeps track of their grass in their house. And then you see the toys out in the front yard. Help that lady that's picking them up. She's a single mother. She's a single mom. She might not even know her kid's bike is around the corner because he done took off running.
My God.
She might need somebody to walk it back because she done worked at Wendy's and McDonald's, and we done all went through the drive-thru irritated right at the top of the hill because they slow, and they wrapped all the way around the back of the building, and we done called somebody lazy. We done called somebody like, I know they ain't got no fast service. Well, how do you know this ain't the little girl's second job that's coming from Family Dollar to work at McDonald's, and her kids is out running the streets because she's buying them that bike. They ain't being taught how to pick the bike up, but she got a line of demarcation because she can't do it herself. You don't know there's a story behind all of it. When we drove through that, I saw the story because the line was drawn clearly. Let's walk into them lines, start sowing some seeds, maybe give somebody a flower. Walk, ask them, do they need help? You see these young people over here frustrated? We don't know why, you just hear them yelling. Walk by and tell them it ain't all that bad. Say a prayer. If you can't speak to them out loud and you have a sense of fear or urgency, this ain't the place for you. This ain't the place for you. We're moving things, we're changing the atmosphere. The atmosphere is going to get a little bit more violent to see how serious you are. Right. The spirits are being moved around. Things are shifting in the atmosphere. And I ain't saying nothing scriptural that everybody don't already know out here. So I'm not going to quote no verses. I'm not going to preach at you. Pay attention to the line of demarcation because it's right in front of your face.